Chuckie Seymore for the Chuckie Seymore blog 2025. I'm too sexy. Right said Fred. Oh yeah. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah. Chuckie Seymore.
I'm too
sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me. I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York, and Japan. And I'm too sexy for your body, too sexy for your body, the way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, if you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk, on the catwalk, yeah, I do my little turn on the catwalk. I'm too sexy for my car, too sexy for my car, too sexy by far. And I'm too sexy for my hat, too sexy for my hat. What do you think about that? I'm a model, if you know what I mean. I do my little turn on the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. Oh, I'm too sexy for mine, too sexy for my Chuckie Seymore, too sexy for my Chuckie Seymore because I'm a model, you know what I mean. I do my little turn on the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk, yeah. I shake the Chuckie Seymore tush on the catwalk. Yes, 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 I'm too sexy for my cat. The sexy for my cat, for fishy cat. And I'm too sexy for my love. Oh, too sexy for my love. Love is going to leave me. And I'm too sexy for this song. Chuckie Seymore blog 2025. Oh yeah, baby. And it's another edition of the Chuckie Seymore blog. Me, Chuckie Seymore. I'm in Derek's room over here in Augusta, Georgia. And Billy Bucci, I heard you're in Johns Creek, Georgia.
Yes, that's exactly where I am.
No smoking on my show.
Motherfucker, I'm in my garage. You emailed me on my time. If I
No,
want to
that
say
was
or I'm
Derek.
gonna have a damn.
That was Derek.
Okay, well, then you need to tell Derek that next time he needs to make that clear. I'm in my garage. Now, if we was in your studio, okay, I put the cigarette out. But in my garage, I smoke.
If there's any kids watching this, what are you going to tell them about smoking?
Right now is not a good time. But
to smoke or not to smoke?
When you become an adult and you have to start adulting, this becomes your friend.
Now, tell me, how many times do you smoke after you do the episode monthly show with Derek Shapiro? How many smokes do you need after you do a show with Derek Shapiro for an hour and a half?
Sometimes immediately after, if I have them with me. Sometimes during.
Do you need to take a drink afterwards?
Yeah, but I don't do alcohol, so this is usually what I do.
So in other words, after spending time with Derek, he keeps the alcohol business and the cigarette business in business.
Well, yeah, because you hang around Derek long enough, you may turn to drugs and alcohol.
I I I, I guess. And now you're blowing your nose on the Chuckie Seymore blog.
Hey, got a lot going on, Chucky.
Mr. Billy Bucci, I have to tell you, you do this Boochcast, the wrestling podcast
Yes,
show. Um, that's your longest thing. I must have to ask you. Derek got to meet the late Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan just passed away,
yes.
and you got to meet him. Derek did not take a picture with him. He just asked him two questions. But you got to take a picture with him. I never
Yes,
met
I,
him. Derek met him. Derek told me all this. Asked him two questions. How did it feel for you to meet him?
it was a surreal experience. I mean, Hogan was a guy that I grew up watching on TV. He's the biggest star wrestling ever produced. He is literally the foundation for everything you see in WWE and professional wrestling today. Like, wrestling does not become the global juggernaut that it is without Hulk Hogan at the helm. And everybody talks about when you would see Hogan in an arena, because I never really got to see Hogan live much in a ring. But they talked about the aura of Hulkamania. I didn't really get to truly experience it until I met him, and it felt like you didn't feel like you were talking to a person. You felt like you were talking to a larger than life icon. Like, you felt it in your body when you were around him. Like, he didn't give the aura of or the presence of a normal man. You felt like you were meeting a god amongst men. Just the aura and the presence that he gives, the
Wait
vibe
a
he gives
second.
off.
Derek Shapiro says when you're in his presence, you feel the same way.
No, when I'm in Derek's presence, first of all, I get headaches. I'm half the time I'm sitting here going, "You got to be fucking kidding me." I've never gotten that feeling around Derek Shapiro.
Um, so um, um, what was it like when the morning when you found out that because Hulk Hogan was bigger than life. What was it like when you found out the morning that he died?
Well, apparently a lot of people were calling me. I didn't answer a lot of those calls because I was sleeping. But then when I checked my messages when I finally woke up, I got all these text messages saying that he died. I then immediately went online to find out if it was true or if it was a hoax. So once I saw enough news publications saying he had passed, I realized it was the real thing. And I was just, I was the perfect combination of sad and angry. That's mostly the two main emotions that I felt. I was sad because he had passed, and I was angry because of all the assholes on the internet that were just posting hateful shit.
It's just
And
amazing because Derek said to me off the air, like he saw Hulk Hogan last year signing and doing all for his new beer thing, American beer. And he didn't even know, Hulk Hogan didn't even know he was going to be gone less than a year after.
Hulk Hogan didn't what?
Did not know he was going to be gone when he was doing that bear signing in Rhode Island last year.
Oh yeah, well you never know when you're gonna go unless you got some kind of terminal illness or a cancer. You don't really know when you're gonna go, especially when some people are having health issues, but they're able to survive it. They're able to get by it. Hogan was having health problems for a little bit for a little while, but he was always able to, like, as they say in wrestling, kick out, which means he was able to always get it fixed or be okay or get some kind of treatment for it or whatever. But in this particular case, they finally got him.
Also, I must have to ask you this past week, or last week, Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, who played Theo
Yeah.
on the Cosby Show. What did Malcolm Jamal Warner mean to you?
I don't want to sound insensitive, but I didn't follow the Cosby Show, so that loss didn't really have an impact on me, but obviously it's sad because he was a good person, and obviously my
54
heart
years
goes out
old.
to the family. But I didn't follow the Cosby Show, so Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't really have much of an impact on my life. So it didn't hit me the way Hogan's death did, or the way Ozzy's death did.
Yeah,
So
because he was 54 years old. I mean, that's only a few years older than Derek. I mean, Derek's 48 now, and and he was 54 years old. Um, what did Ozzy Osbourne? He passed away just in the middle. Tell
yeah,
me what did Ozzy Osbourne death mean to you?
I mean it was a big one, not as big as Hogan, but obviously Ozzy, that guy was one of the greatest rock musicians of all time. Literally was a true icon in metal. And obviously for me, the impact Ozzy had on my life was when I was in high school, I was on the wrestling team. And for anybody that's ever been to a high school wrestling match, what happens is they have the away team go out and they would like warm up and do what they do. But the home team would always run out and they would play music for the home team. And in one of the schools I went to, so I went to Colts Neck for a couple of years and then Northview, we would actually play the song Crazy Train by Ozzy, and that was the song we would all run out to. So they would play dun 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 dun, and we would all jog around the mat and do our thing and warm up and they would play that song. So we'd be stretching in the middle of the ring, get in the middle of the mat, sorry, not ring, mat, getting ready for the match, and then they would play Going Off the Rails on the Crazy Train. So that was really the big impact Ozzy had for me right there. Was when I think about Ozzy Osbourne, I think about Crazy Train. I think about that time that I spent in that high school wrestling, my teammates and all that.
Also, recently Derek hasn't aired it yet, but I saw on YouTube though. Derek interviewed one of your friends, Mr. Buck Bagwell, who's a former wrestler too. What
Yes.
did you do when Derek interviewed your friend and he didn't even go for you?
Yes. Well, I made that clear because obviously, Chucky, and I feel like you'll understand this, Derek has a style of interviewing that I am not a fan of.
Oh my
I'm
God!
very,
Did you see the Shannon Maxwell one? Oh my God!
it was the
Unbelievable.
worst. Like, it was literally, it was like finally sat Derek down, basically, and told him all the shit that I've been telling him for all the years that I've known him.
I told the
Because
same thing. He didn't listen to me.
yeah, he didn't listen and he embarrassed himself in the process. But that's his
Unbelievable.
problem. He likes to run up to people with a camera. He even did it to me at the ATL comic convention. Like,
No.
dude, and here's the thing though. I'm working as an employee and I'm being like, and normally, Chucky, if I'm being interviewed, I don't mind answering questions. I turn on the charm, I be the booch. But if I'm working at a job, I don't want anyone talking to me because I'm not gonna risk getting in trouble with my bosses because Derek, and this is the problem with Derek. He cares more about clicks and views than he does the person that he's interviewing. Like he's trying to tell me like what hotel are they staying at or where's this place at? I'm like, dude, you can't do that. They don't want people standing outside their hotel with phones. Like he thinks he's TMZ. Nobody even likes TMZ. Like TMZ only recently, like once they got past the celebrity hate, was when they only started getting respect because they found ways to walk up to people without being dicks. They would literally shove cameras in people's faces. Nobody likes that. Celebrities hate that shit. But so I was sitting here going, I know Buff Bagwell. I know the man has no patience. Now, thankfully, Derek got lucky because A, he found a way to be respectful, and B, he happened to catch Buff during a time in his life where he's found God. I mean, not that he wasn't a Christian before, but now he's embracing God, being a more positive person, and is open to talking. Because if he had gone to Buff back when he was still on the pills and the booze, Derek would have got the Bagwell slap for trying to walk up to him like that. And if you don't know what the Bagwell slap is, watch the Dark Side of the Ring video. He tells you all about the Bagwell slap. Derek would have got, if Derek tried to run up on Bagwell on Buff back in the day with a camera, he'd have got slapped. Today, Bagwell's a lot more laid back. He's a lot more calm. So he happened to catch Buff on a good day. He came correct, like I told him to do. And the reason I told him not to include my name is because if he did piss Buff off, I didn't want Buff getting in the car with me going, "Who's this fucking guy?" But thankfully, Derek did the right thing. I give credit where it's due. I watched the video and he did a good job. So that's one. I'll give him one. Out of the several he's done that were terrible, he's got one in the books where he was professional and asked the right questions and did a great job. And also, I do want to give a shout out to Buff because for those of you who may not know, he just recently got his leg amputated.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so he had an above the knee amputation on the leg that he's been trying to fix because they realized it wasn't going to be fixed. So it was either he could get some surgeries and have a steel rod placed in his leg and it would be straight for the rest of his life, or cut it off. So he
Also,
made the decision to cut it off, and he's going to be getting a prosthetic, and hopefully he'll be able to have mobility with that, and he's hoping to get back in the ring. So he's
hey, the
currently dealing
ring
with one leg.
with a ring with a prosthetic leg, that's gonna make headlines.
Yeah. Well, he was already making headlines when they revealed his leg being amputated because there's another wrestler in the business. His name is Maven, who has a successful YouTube channel. So he was interviewing Buff and documenting the whole process. So that's why when Buff told me a month ago that he was going to get his leg amputated, he asked me to keep it a secret. And I did. I told no one. But then once it went public and people were posting pictures and the video came out, that's when I finally posted on my page and said, well, the secret's out. So Buff, so far, he's doing great. And here's the thing. A lot of people are saying about how sad the moment is, but here's the truth. It's not sad. Because Buff is not the least bit upset about having to have his leg cut off. When he talks about it, he's happy, he's positive. He doesn't sound like someone who just had their leg cut off. Because he doesn't see it as losing a leg, he sees it as gaining a leg. Because the leg that got cut was completely useless.
So, when, also, yeah, Daryl wanted me to say something about, anyway, but yeah, no, also, this is for you to be on his episode monthly show. Has a great chemistry. You, Dylan Snyder, when
Yeah.
Melissa Rose comes, Alana and Tommy. Tell me what the chemistry you have with Derek. Even though he may aggravate you, you have great chemistry with Dylan.
Well, yes. Well, the chemistry works because Derek lets me be me. That's really what it boils down to. He doesn't require me to. Derek's the type of guy where he wants the views and the comments, like I said before. So he knows that if I go up there and I kiss his ass, the show's not going to go well because they can tell that I'm just kissing his ass. But when I'm real and I'm honest with him, it gets good content. And there's times where I get angry and frustrated, but only because Derek has a tendency to frustrate people. But I don't hate Derek. That's the difference. Like, there's people I know who hate him. Like, literally, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, Chucky. The one thing about all my co-hosts on the Boochcast, with the exception of Jerry Truman, every co-host I've had, past, and present, are all unified under one thing, and that is they all hate Derek. For one reason or another, they all hate him. Some because he's annoying, some because of lines he crossed that people have asked him not to cross, and others have been just. And there's one who just hates him for a lot of reasons, and probably hates him more than anybody else I know. But I don't hate Derek. That's the thing. He annoys me. I don't hate him, but I just know that he would be so much better if he just took some of the advice I gave him. He would be better, whether it's the radio show, the movies he does, the way he does interviews. If he would just listen, I know he would be better because he has the ability to be a great interviewer. He just and a great filmmaker and a great radio guy. He just goes about things the wrong way.
Hey, he's the executive producer of the Chuckie Seymore blog. I could not be here without Derek. You know.
Yeah, and I'm sure, but I'm sure there's times where you're looking at Derek like, hey, do it like this or like that or whatever. I'm sure you and Derek have butted heads, but I'm saying like that's the thing that frustrates me is the fact that he doesn't listen and it shows.
Also,
So that's where most of my anger comes from. I don't hate Derek. He just frustrates me sometimes, but he's a good guy.
also, you, you're in his latest movie, No Lips, No Teeth, Chapter 3. Tell me about you playing. You evolved. Your character evolved. Tell me about the latest movie. I mean, me and you got to be in the same movie together.
Yeah.
You know, t- tell me, and also too, No Lips, No Teeth, Chapter 3. It's not. I'm just playing Chucky Seymore. It's Derek's brain with it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, there were a couple of, I mean, overall, it was a fun experience. And people just love seeing me make fun of you for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
obviously, it's a lot of fun. It gets a lot of views and stuff. But it's helpful because I kind of like the way we did it this go around. Because the last time we did them, it was just me bullying you, which it's funny. But see, here's the thing I could bully Derek. It's hard to bully you because it's really hard to bully you because you don't really do anything that warrants bullying, except for sometimes when you kiss my head, then I want to smack you. But other than that,
Oh.
yeah, see that. Other than that,
Yeah.
it's cool. So I never really
Yeah.
had a problem with you. So I like it this time around where it's kind of like I'm the agent, but I'm clearly money driven,
Yeah.
and I'm like, the only thing that bothered me was there was one scene where you kind of find out that I turned on you, and I'm like, the problem is Derek, when he writes these movies, he never brings a script.
Mm-mm.
So a lot of times I have to ad lib stuff, and sometimes I'm like, dude, like first of all, like here's the thing: if you most guys, when you try to accuse them of a crime, their initial reaction is to deny it. It's like deny, deny, deny. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm waiting for you to be like, hey, I have you on tape. Okay, you caught me. There was none of that. So when I realized you weren't going to do that, I had to pivot another way. But then I'm like, okay, but then there's this thing where he wants you to like, you just found out I turned on you, but now you want me to help you produce something else. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there waiting for you to be like, okay, where's the fee? Where's the money? And you wouldn't throw a number out. So I had to like kind of feed the line to you. Like, you're supposed to pay me. Like, it happened a lot. Like, I remember when Derek and Dylan, I was doing a scene with them, and I'm literally trying to feed Derek the line, like signal to him. And Dylan was the only one that picked up on it. That's why I like working with Dylan. He can understand what I'm saying. He picks up on what I'm saying. So Dylan's like, okay, well, like the example, Chuckie Seymour's offered me 3 grand to help him. You want me to turn on him? Name your price. I'm kind of looking at him like, okay, where's the money part coming in? Because I'm not just gonna turn on somebody for free. But then Dylan said, we'll pay you 6 grand. Okay, now I got that. Dylan understood that. Okay,
Right.
I'll pay you double if you stab him in the back.
Yeah.
Deal. See, that's how you do things. Like, if you know my character's money driven, name your price. Like,
Right.
that's the thing. So that's the
So
thing. That's the thing about my character. Hold on, let me finish a second. But that's the thing about my character. It wasn't that he wanted to destroy Chuckie Seymour. He's just looking for money. Name the price. My
also,
character was money driven, not hate driven. Sorry.
right. No. So also, Derek wanted me to tell you. I'm telling the viewers out there. You have two things on Tubi. Tell me about that.
Yes. On Tubi, these were shows that I did a long time ago that recently hit Tubi. One was there was a show called Underground Comics of Atlanta that was shot during the pandemic. It was a Halloween special because right around Halloween. I'm on there, and 2 friends of mine are on there. One is the legendary Sunny G, who I've worked with on. We shot a Family Matters video for the Booch cast that I just finished editing a few weeks ago, but it's going to be a while before it comes out. But I do have it done. I also have a there's another woman on there named Kelly Kells, who I worked with on the Going Live show. So we were all kind of in this special. The problem is there was not much of a crowd outside because it was a pandemic. So we're literally performing in front of nobody. But the guy who recorded said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna add a laugh track in here. so it'll be okay. The some bitch didn't add a laugh track. So we're hitting our punchlines and there's no one laughing. So it's weird. So it looks like we're bombing, but there's no one in the crowd. We're literally performing in front of an empty room. So it's weird. So there was that. And then the other one was a movie I did back in 2014, actually, called Cigar. And it stars Yahya McClane, who plays Tony Champ Johnson, because Yahya McClane's a former boxer. So a lot of his movies revolve around boxing. And also, he was a trainer and former husband of Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter. So that's one. He that was his ex-wife, and he did this movie. And we had a lot of people in there. Some of them I'm still friends with today. Basically, my character was called MJ, which stands for Mansion Junior, because my father ran this nightclub, and he ends up in a shootout. So my character gets caught because Tony Champ Johnson was allegedly killed in the scene. So everybody comes after me. So now I got to pay off this debt because they believe my dad killed Tony Champ Johnson. But then you find out Tony Champ Johnson killed my dad in that shootout, and Tony somehow survived. So I end up joining the mob, the mafia, to help them take down Tony. That's why you see me in that one scene, but then towards the end, I'm in that suit when the cars come up, because my character ends up joining the mob to avenge my father. But
So
if you saw
that
the
is
movie, that
cool.
didn't go well.
On Tubi, you can watch ABC News on there, NBC News, CBS News, Fox News, and you can watch movies on there like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or Ben Stiller movies, and we can watch Vinny Bucci.
Yeah, there's a lot of classic movies on there too, like some old classics, and there's some that are just like independent films. Like there's this one group of people that grabbed a trademark of a bunch of classic characters and turned them into horror movies. Like there's one with Winnie the Pooh that's crazy. It's like Blood and Honey. There's one I saw recently called Popeye's Revenge. Like someone took Popeye the Sailor Man and turned him into a serial killer.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Choo choo. Hey, by the way, talking about horror movies, you're going to be in the new Horror Night movie by Derek Shapiro coming up October 1st, a movie international.yodersite.com. Tell me about you being in the horror movie again by Derek Shapiro coming up in October.
I don't know. It's one of those weird things where I feel like I think the first one was probably the best, because
Mm-hmm.
the other ones I feel like have evolved into some like weird things over time.
But
Because I feel like the Rock,
all the Horror Night movies got deleted, so this is going to be like brand new from scratch.
yeah. So, but it's hard to replace the first one.
Yeah,
It's hard to
it
top
is.
it because
It
it
is.
was. I felt like Derek was truly in a serial killer mindset for that one. I feel like in the other ones it got too goofy towards the
Mm.
end. Like it wasn't as scary as the first one.
That's what happens. I can't believe they even have Scream, whatever. You know, I think Scream movies got too goofy too. What do you think?
No, Scream always kind of stayed in that area. In fact, 4, 5, and I think 6 became the most bloody and violent. I think it's just one of those things where it was kind of campy, like not, and then they became more bloody and gory because that's the direction horror movies started going, like with the Saw films. Everything just started becoming more about the blood and the gore and the violence, but the the anger was still always there in 1, 2, and 3. In the first 3, it was like just not as bloody. I think
Well,
the
I
I think
want to
4,
thank
5, and
you.
6 were the most gory.
I want to thank you. By the way, Derek want me to ask him. He just saw a Robert De Niro movie on Tubi on the other day, right? A comedian.
Okay.
You ever see that movie, Comedian?
No, I haven't, but I've heard of it. I think that the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, it had elements of that movie in it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Robert De Niro does not like Donald Trump, right? And you're a Trump lover. And here's what Derek found funny, Okay, this is what's so funny. Derek found it kind of funny because Tubi's owned by Fox News, right? And in the middle of the movie, guess what's advertised?
What?
Fox News with Sean Hannity. What do you think about the commercial of Fox News in between a Robert De Niro movie?
I mean, it's hilarious, but really, Robert De Niro.
I like him. I mean, I like his acting.
Well, here's the thing. It's one thing to like somebody's acting. It's another thing to deal with somebody who has a very obvious case of Trump derangement syndrome.
Hmm.
And the more actors keep showing off their Trump derangement syndrome, the harder it is to look at them and take them seriously. Like Hollywood has completely lost its goddamn mind. Robert De Niro is no different.
By the way, though,
And he's lost a lot of respect from people with the way he talks. Like, because everyone knows they can't take him seriously.
by the way, Vinny, they're gonna have a new meet the parents one with Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro. I love Ben Stiller because you know, yeah, they're having a fourth one.
Okay. I mean, the nostalgia in me may want to see it, but I'll be honest. Whenever I hear about sequels or remakes or reboots and stuff, I'm not as excited as I used to be
Hey, would you
because
do
I
a
know the good.
reboot? Get it? Instead of reboot, reboot.
Please don't do that, Chucky.
I got that from Derek.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I have a hard time getting excited for stuff like that because I'm like, okay, what woke nonsense are they going to put into this one?
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Vinny Bucci. I love your honest opinions, and that's why Derek said, "Hey, have me on the show." And oh, by the way, one more thing. You have two new songs out. You have
Yeah,
one by Green Day.
yeah.
What's the name of that?
Basket case.
And one by I can't think of the other one.
Creed.
Creed. Tell
My
me about
sacrifice.
yeah. Tell me about those two songs. Do you think you sing better than Creed?
I try, but it's hard to top the lead singer. He was a lot better than people gave him credit for. Creed was before Nickelback. Creed was considered one of the most hated bands on the planet, which sucked because, like Nickelback, Creed is actually very good, and I like a lot of their music. And I thought My Sacrifice was good because I happened to be watching this old WWE video on YouTube because WWE used to use a lot of rock and roll songs back in the day, and they put a whole video package together, kind of symbolizing the Attitude Era, and they had that song playing, and it was just very, very good. So that's why I got the idea in my head to sing that.
And we have something in common. You have the Green Day song. What's the song again called by Green Day?
Basket Case. It's a song that Buff Bagwell and I used to listen to in the car a lot, so that's what motivated me to sing that because I was hearing it so many times.
So that's out now. And then the song I do with Walter, Dennis Snyder's character, and Rivers' character, Dallas, we have American Idiot.
Yeah.
So Derek told me you don't like my song American Idiot too much?
I mean, I'll be honest. That one didn't sound good, Chucky. That one was like that one was not your best work. Like to me,
Okay.
my favorite one that you did, I think was the best one was Can't Hurry Love. I think that's still to this day the
No,
best one you've ever
I
done.
never sang that. Derek sang it.
Well, you were on there.
Yep. Oh, that was the original one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the original one. You're like, can't hurry love. That you did that. That was a good one.
Oh no, actually,
That was the best. That was your
me
best.
and Walter, we did oh no, me and Dylan, I think we did Uptown Girl, living
Yeah.
in Uptown. But me and Brimba, at the end of the movie, we're singing the song by Paula Abdul. Straight up, now tell me, baby, do you love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. got in a hit and run.
Yeah.
But what do you think about me? That song?
It was a good song. I liked it.
Yeah, straight up. Well, I want to thank you very much again, Vinny Bucci. And you're on the Boochcast. And
Yes.
thank you very much.
Yes, the
And
Boochcast is on. It's on Anchor, Spotify, Podchaser, and iHeartRadio.
and DSS TV station, the same channel we're on.
Yes,
Well,
that too.
yes. And the Derek Chappelle Show, the common episode, new episodes, Country Music 101, DSS Internet Talk Radio, and the Boots and Shop section.
Yeah, that section, yeah.
And the Boots Cast Freelance Show on DerekShapiroShow.com, leading channel 2, 9 o'clock, Monday to Friday.
I see.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Vinny Bucci. We got to do a shake sometime because I can't eat. I can only drink.
Okay.
So we could do a shake sometime, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe like steak and shake. But I can't have
Maybe.
the steak. Only the shake.
Yeah, you can have the shake. I'll have the steak. We'll be good there.
Okay. Thank you much, Vinny Bucci. Thank you very much for being part of the show. And we'll see you next week on the Chuckie Seymore Blah.